Hey everyone, it's the Vegan Foodie here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Vegan Foodie, and I want to send love and light to everyone who has subscribed to the YouTube channel, who's followed me on Instagram, and also those who have tried the Vegan Foodie Eats and have been tweeting about it, Instagramming about it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love, and also those who have been subscribing to the Vegan Vixen Chronicles podcast, now available on Apple, Anchor, and Spotify. I truly appreciate your love. But anyway, today we're going to get into a topic that I've been meaning to get into, and I'm so happy to talk about it. The 5 things that happened when I went vegan. So stay tuned for the top 5 things that changed in my life when I went vegan. So for those who are wondering what I'm drinking, I am drinking burdock root tea and some agave nectar in it. And let me tell you something. Burdock root tea has been such a wonderful asset to my life. For those who don't know the properties, of burdock root tea, it's a blood cleanser and also removes the mucus in your blood. So if you haven't already, Google burdock root tea. I order mine from offline. You can probably get it from the local farmer's market or from the herb shop in your area. But if you do not have burdock root tea, make sure you get it. I actually have a cup of burdock root tea every single night, and it keeps me feeling good. So anyway, let's get into the 5 things that changed in my life when I first went vegan. First, let me have a sip of tea. So delicious. I have another. But anyway, let's get into the 5 things that happened when I went vegan. Now, one thing that people do not talk about, I did not know about, I couldn't Google this. I didn't even know to Google this actually. But one thing that happened when I went vegan, my complexion lightened up. Like my complexion became better. You know, just in terms of my skin texture, my skin feels so soft. But if I look at my before and after pictures, and I'll have before and after picture available for you guys, my skin actually brightened up. So, you know, I have a glow now. You see that glow? So, one of the things that happened when I went vegan is my skin complexion changed. I got a little lighter, and my skin started to glow a little bit brighter. Number 2, the second thing that happened when I became a vegan. Now, granted, I changed my lifestyle in terms of my food choices, and guess what? I lost weight naturally. I went from 275 to 184. Now, I do work out daily. I am conscious about what I put in my body in terms of junk food and stuff like that. But it was more of me being conscious on what I was putting in my body. And I always worked out. So working out is kind of like a stress reliever. It's a great way to start my day. So I didn't like kick it up to like I'm personal trainer, you know, ultra sweat mode. But I just had a very healthy workout routine and, you know, stuck with the vegan lifestyle. And I lost weight. I lost a lot of weight too. I'm still working. My goal was 175, but guess what? I'm not pressed. I'm not like, oh, get on the scale, oh, I gotta be 175. No, I just wanna look better. So one of the best things that happened to me when I became vegan was I lost weight naturally. I didn't have to do any type of crazy fast or anything like that. I lost weight naturally. Now, granted, you know, I have incorporated more raw food into my diet. Granted, you guys know that last month I was doing a raw food fast. But prior to that, baby, I lost so much weight. Like, for real, for real. So, the second thing that happened to me when I became a vegan was I lost weight naturally. So, if you're trying to lose weight, baby girl or baby boy, just go vegan. Change your life. Get in the gym. Anyway, Let's get some more. The third thing that happened when I became vegan was I started to wake up early. Now, my clock, my internal clock, wakes up at 7 a.m. automatically. I don't care if the sun is up yet. I don't care if it's rainy. I don't care if I was partying the night before. I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. Now, before, I might wake up at 7, I might wake up at 8, I might wake up at 9. It depends on what time I want to sleep, because my body will require for me to have 6 to 7 hours of sleep every night. But since I've been vegan, if I go to sleep at 2 o'clock, if I go to sleep at 4 o'clock, if I go to sleep at, 9 o'clock, whatever, I'm waking up at 7 a.m. every morning. And I would like to contribute that to veganism. My body now has adjusted to waking up early, wanting to get up, have a smoothie, and going to the gym. So the third thing that changed in my life is I started to wake up early. I didn't need an alarm clock. And guess what? I am not tired when I wake up. I'm refreshed. I feel wonderful. I wake up, I meditate for 30 minutes. I write in my journal. I do everything that I need to do, whether it's light a candle, do all of that stuff. I take my puppy for a walk, and I'm hitting the gym every single day. So one of the perks of going vegan is I don't wake up tired, and I actually wake up at 7 a.m. Granted, I could wake up at 5 a.m., but I have no need to. For real. So that's the third thing. So now, number 4. Let's get into it. But I have some more burdock root tea. So good. Number 4. Now, let's talk about this. One thing that changed about me was the level of love that I had when I went vegan. One of the main things that I tell people when people say, why did you turn vegan? I love myself. I've always loved myself. I always had high self-esteem. I always had confidence in everything that I've done. I always have had a spiritual connection to the higher power. I've always been into my spiritual works, my spiritual goods. This is something that has been implanted in my life, right? Well, when I went vegan, it went OD. It was kind of like a portal just opened up. I wasn't consuming anything that was calcifying my pineal gland. So, with me going vegan, I also changed the products that I use, from the toothpaste to the deodorant. I've always used coconut oil, but I made sure that all of the products that I use on my body are organic, are edible or natural, organic, all of that stuff. So with me working on my physical body, it actually rewired my spiritual and emotional body. Like for real. It was like I had a spiritual awakening. And I've been vegan for 3 years now, and who I was when I began veganism is not the same as I am now. My self-love, my self-worth, my self-confidence has grown over the years. The things that I tolerate, because I won't tolerate eating bad foods. Now I won't tolerate bad spirits. I won't tolerate things that drain me. And if I encounter someone or something that drains me, I'm quick to detox. Whether I, do a spiritual cleansing, whether I do a spiritual bath, whether I do a meditation, whether I detox, is things that I do to get those spirits out of me, to get those spirits away from me. So for me, one of the things that happened when I became vegan was spiritual enlightenment. And I'm still growing, the idea of perfection is no longer an idea of mine. I'm still working on, being better in my spiritual walk. I'm still working on, raising my consciousness from 4D to 5D. And there's a lot of things that I'm ingesting. But I noticed that when I became vegan, I became more disciplined in my spiritual walk. And I became more diligent to learn more, as I'm learning about herbs and their benefits on the body, I'm also learning about the spiritual aspects of herbs. So the fourth thing that happened to me when I became vegan was I started to have a spiritual enlightenment. And when I tell you guys, who I was before versus who I am now, if you know me personally, then you know I'm not the same person. And guess what, baby? I'm never going back to that chick that's eating chicken wings, you know what I'm saying, drinking Kool-Aid and dealing with toxic men. Like, I'm just not. If I'm not going to eat toxic foods, I'm not going to have toxic friends, and I'm definitely not going to deal with a toxic man. You dig? And the number 5 thing that happened when I became vegan. So a lot of people say, you spend a lot of money being vegan. Being vegan is so expensive. Oh my God, the food costs so much. How do you guys maintain? Let me tell you something, baby. When I became vegan, I literally saved money. Like, for real. I mean, granted, if I go to a restaurant, my plate might cost $20. But before, when I was eating meat, if I went to a restaurant, my food would cost $20, $30. You know, if I was going on a date, I would be going to Ruth Chris. I would be going to Fogo de Chao. I would be going to McCormick and Schmidt. So I already was spending a bag anyway, right? But when I became vegan, none of that stuff mattered. So I literally saved money. Now, how do I save money? I'm not buying steak. I'm not buying lobster. I'm not buying shrimp. I'm not buying salmon. I'm not buying crab. I'm not buying organic chicken. I'm not buying Cornish hens. I'm not buying none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now that I am not spending money on meat, I'm buying fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables really don't cost that much. You know, now granted, I will have my vegan junk food, like if I want to get, you know, some vegan fish sticks, or, you know, if I want to make tacos. But guess what? A bag of meatless crumble costs $4. How much does ground turkey cost? How much does ground beef cost? If you're eating ground turkey, ground chicken, ground beef for $4, that shit is bad for you. We already know it. And also, I removed all GMO products. So I'm not having any processed food. So when I go grocery shopping, you know, I don't have processed foods. Now, granted, my mayo may cost more than, you know, non-vegan mayo. But I'm not, how many dishes am I really making mayo? I'm not making sandwiches and potato salad every single day, you know? So for me, I saved a lot of money because I consume a lot of organic products. I wake up to have a smoothie and I have bananas, strawberries, pineapples, grapes, melons, hemp seed, and coconut milk or hemp milk in my smoothies. That don't cost a lot of money. You know, if I'm eating a salad for lunch, it don't cost a lot of money. It really doesn't cost a lot of money to go vegan. So when people say it costs a lot of money to go vegan, I look at them side eye. Because that means you did your research and you really haven't talked to a real vegan, and you looking at processed vegan food. So if you're trying to go vegan and you think that you want to have a bunch of processed vegan food, then you wrong already. Veganism is about eating more plants, more vegetables, you know, getting more things in your life that's going to nourish your body, not destroy your body, you know. So, I mean, cilantro literally costs 79 cents a bunch. You should have 79 cents at the bottom of your purse, you know, in the little compartment in your car, in your pants pocket. You should have 79 cents just laying around, you know. So, for me, and the 5th thing that happened to me when I went vegan was I saved money. Like, realistically, I do. And when I want to treat myself, like if I want to go to Viva La Vegan, a Viva La vegan chicken sandwich costs $7. With the fries, it costs $10. If I want to go to plant-based pizzeria and buy a pizza, I want to spend $25. A pizza at Pizza Hut costs $25. So what's the problem, sis? I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, listen, that was my top 5 things that happened to me when I went vegan. So hopefully this video encourages you to just try at least one vegan meal a week. Even if you say, okay, I can't do it every day, or I'm ready to make the transition, but I don't know how. Listen, there's so much information out there that can help you. I'm here. It's a bunch of other people that's out there that's giving you information. It's a lot of cool YouTube videos that show you how to make good vegan meals. So it's no excuse in 2020 or whenever you're watching it, 2021, 2022, 2023, wherever. Whenever you're watching this, it's no excuse. And I suggest when you go vegan, you look more into the plant-based life and you look more into herbs and things like that. Like I said, I'm drinking bird eye root tea, and it cleanses the blood and cleanses the mucus out the blood, and it's good tea. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'll be back with more videos, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Vegan Foodie. Also, make sure you subscribe to the podcast, The Vegan Vixen Chronicles, which is now available on Apple. So, if you haven't already copped the book, The Vegan Foodie Chronicles Volume 1, hey, so you ready to be a vegan? It is now available on Amazon. So go ahead and cop the book. DM me when you cop the book, and I'll share your post because I love sharing DMs that I get from all of the people that support and love The Vegan Foodie. I'm out of here. Make sure you guys have a very blessed day. I send you love and light. I'm out, baby. Peace.